Okay. Pisces. Oh, Pisces. Okay. Original zodiac. Before they switched over to the 12, they removed the Fiacus, which is usually the man holding the snake, wrangling the snake, or the hunter, or the snake charmer, whatever you want to call it. Anyways, March 12th to April 18th, Aquamarine, Diamond, Two Fish, Neptune, Tuesday, and Solidite. Now, there's a specific amount of you that are my followers, my subscribers that follow these videos that understand the original zodiac dates. Okay, and yes, it's almost like you're known as a Pisces, but you don't fall within the date, so technically you're another one. Be open-minded with it and understand that things were changed in the past, especially when it comes to history and all that, and they don't really divulge all the information or tell us everything all at once or share certain things that are going to have an impact on us here. Okay, so yeah, anyways, Two Fish, Neptune, Tuesday, and Solidite. So these are the original 13 zodiac. That's the dates that I go with, okay? If you have any questions or concerns or comments, please put them down below. I have no problem with it. Never bothered me before. It won't bother me now. Let's see what we get for Pisces. Let's start off with these ones here. You've been learning a lot. Staying to yourself. Still got to work on the temper a little bit. Or maybe that combative nature. Throat chakra. You got to clear up the throat chakra. So this could be speaking your truth or saying what it is you need to say. It could be fully activated at this time. Hopefully you're using it for good. That could be your gift. Hopefully you're using it with good intention for good reason. All right, what can we get for Pisces? What came out over here? Ooh, that was random. Maybe you could be going through a lot of experiences like that. Just random shit happening. You normally would question it, but you're kind of just like, okay, take it as it is. Face value. Four of Cups in the upright. You're being given certain opportunities or people coming in so that you can learn certain things. It's like a gift or an offering. The way he has his hand here with the little gem in the middle, it's a blue gem. Something specific. Sapphire. You're not even paying attention to the fruits around you. So this could have to do with gratitude. Then you've got a lot of fighting and people in the background that are actually enjoying it. That's the energy I'm getting off this card. Like the one guy in the back there, he almost looks like he's got a half smile on. So whoever's causing any disruption in your life right now is enjoying it. These are people that have done this for a long time, and they're kind of celebrating on your downfall. I'm not saying that that's what you're going through right now, but if you're going through a hard time and other people around you are celebrating and they partook in creating any blockages or issues for you, they don't really give a fuck. And those are people you don't want to be around. So I don't blame you. Maybe you need to speak that. Say your full piece instead of holding back. Don't care what people are going to think. If you need to say what you need to say, then get it out and say it. Make sure you have good intention, which is standing up for yourself, not just victim mentality. Like, this is how you've treated me for this many years. I'm sick and tired of it. I never stood up or said nothing before, and I kind of just played along with it. I'm done with that now. I'm moving forward because I want change. I want to take the next step. I want to go on whatever it is that I need to go on for my life. And I don't need you bringing me down or always cutting me under the rug or... what's that word? Backstabbing me or saying hurtful things or gossiping about. I don't need that anymore. So you're allowed to speak up and say something. That is your Three of Coins. Once you get that courage, that inner lion or tiger or tigress, or I'm getting inner like panther, like that. Wow. I can't even do it. Don't make fun of me for that. But like, wow. Once you get that, that's your energy. That's like a portal. That's like a gateway. That's you tapping into a certain brain frequency. That's a whole nother high vibrational level. And that's allowing you to activate certain things so that you can manifest things more in your favor. With good intention, keep in mind. You've got a staff here, but this almost looks like something that could be used to pierce something. And what's funny is I'm picking up on this card. This thing in the background, I'm going to point it to you out right now. It looks like, the way I'm looking at it right now, looks like it needs to be flipped. Not the card itself or the 3 of coins or your keys or nothing. But in the back, this thing here looks like it should be the top of a building. So you could be needing to go within, or you could be needing to go in the attic, or it could be something relating to, like, you know, church and steeple. Maybe you need to go to church, or maybe you need to get in touch with your higher self. Something to do with the point of something, or get to the point of something. That's what I'm picking up for that one. And then you've got the Ace of Clubs. Now, all 4 of these cards came out at the same time as I was shuffling, and they went to the right of me. That's your creativity. So stay in tune with that. So the Ace of Clubs, your creative mind, your determination, your wisdom that you've learned from all these years. I don't know how old you are, person watching, but take what resonates with you. However long the path you traveled here, you've picked up quite a bit of information. You've got the insight. You know what it is that you need to do for yourself, and you're able to defend yourself quite easily if you choose to. If you really speak, I know sometimes speaking the hard truth, people are going to be butthurt. They're going to be like, what did you just say to me? Or how dare you speak to me like that? You know, and it doesn't matter. Fuck them. Clear as day. That's the energy I'm picking up. Fuck them. You need to say what you need to say so that you can continue doing your healing work and go on your journey. At this point, it doesn't matter if you hurt their feelings. If they've hurt your feelings and they've caused chaos for you all these years, then you need to kind of move forward with your own. And sometimes that means speaking your truth. All right. Again, with the throat chakra, say what you need to say. What can we get for runes? Yeah. Protection from enemies, defense of that which one loves. Do you love yourself enough to stand up for yourself, your inner child especially? Uruz, Arak, strength, willpower, power, speed, desire. That word's sticking out the most, desire. Your willpower. Nobody can stop you. Courage, ox, energy, long and short sound, you. And that's green for heart chakra and yellow for solar plexus. So yeah, that's very important. It almost, there's 2 versions of it. There's an A, but it almost looks sideways without the cross in the middle. And then the other one almost looks like an N, but it doesn't quite finish off. If you look up your runes, these are the runes for Elder Furthark. You could be afraid of passing over. Not saying that's what's going to happen, but you could be in fearful. So it's an energy you're in. And what else we got here? Sawilo. Sun, solace, success, health, strength, energy, compassion, wholeness, victory, and good fortune. That's also for S. And that's also green, heart chakra, and yellow, solar plexus. So 2 for 2. So if those are what you got to focus on, so throat chakra, solar plexus, and heart chakra. The 2 fish, when you see those 2, they're usually swimming in opposite directions, or they're swimming like away from each other, like this. At one point, they are going to have to come in, meet in the middle. This could be your duality, your light and dark side of yourself. It's almost like an exciting energy. I think you already are aware of this. I don't really need to point out the details of what you need to do and lecture you here. Carrying the torch, carrying the fire, carrying the light, being the lighthouse, shining on what you need to shine on. Goddess. This popped over here. I don't know if you can see it. I've got my goddess cards over here, and I've got them prepped for the next couple videos that I'm going to do. The Empress. All right? You're able to defend yourself with good intention, with respect to yourself. What do you want to do about it? How are you going to go about it, though? Are you going to use the shield? Are you going to use your staff? Are you going to use your wisdom? Are you going to use your words? Are you going to use, don't be petty. Don't be petty. There's no reason for pettiness. There's going to be a little bit of bitterness still there. Pisces been going through a lot, especially emotionally, and it's like a huge roller coaster. So there's going to be a little bit of bitterness there, but just let it go. Let it go. Have the courage to do so. That would be your solar plexus that you need to work on if you need to do so. She got 2 windows on either side of her, and they're kind of barred up. It doesn't even look like glass windows. I want to see like the window pane with the rainbow coming through it. So they call it window pane, right? So you're experiencing the pain, but then they have the rainbow and the light comes and shines through that, creating something so beautiful. In this one, I'm not seeing that. On either side, both the windows look barred up. So there could be a little bit of issues with managing your emotions at this time, Pisces, and that's not necessarily, it's not necessarily a bad thing. And this right here, the symbol for Pisces, if you were to look at it as like a rune, you got Hagelas, hail, destruction, chaos, anger, disruption, air, wrath of nature, trials, tests, change, and lessons, which is H, which is also sacral chakra, and then the crown chakra. So you could have, in a earlier stance of yourself, could have been affected very heavily on your sacral and your crown chakra. I'll show you the image. This right here reminds me a lot of this right here. That's what I'm picking up. So I know with Pisces, a lot of them that I've met in my life have struggled a lot with the truth to get their happiness, and they've kind of withheld allowing themselves to be happy because of the things that they've been through. And it kind of sucks because you can only do so much for individuals. They got to go on their own path and their own journey, and you can't force certain knowledge down their throats. I can put videos up here all day long and they can sit and watch it, but it's whether or not you, Pisces, or anybody else wants to actually listen to it. Right? So get some rest. If you're not sleeping, this could be your conscience playing on you right now. Any attachments or inner shadow work that hasn't been done yet is just pulling on you, like any child that's restless is trying to get your attention, right? That could be the negative. That could be the negative energy. The Devil card comes out. A lot of lack of self-discipline, temptation, habits, generally typically negative habits. And he's pointing to something specific. He's pointing more on the feminine side. So maybe you struggle with your femininity. You haven't quite grasped that. You could be in your masculinity. And even for men, if they don't have some sort of balance too, then that's where the whole toxic male ego comes into play. And a lot of people blow that up on social media. But honestly, I mean, men naturally would be carrying the masculine energy and feminine energy, but there is a duality there. There's a both, play on both, but he's kind of pointing towards this side here. Now, me facing you out this way, my right side of my brain controls the left side of my body, but this is supposed to be the creative side, in my opinion. For ancient Egypt, if you see any of the hieroglyphs, a lot of the time when they carry the Ankh, it's in their left hand, which is controlled by the right side of the brain. Ringing of the bell. You could put some chimes up or use singing bowls or put a bell above your door like in stores and stuff like that. And every time it rings, even the one that you hit, the little, for the bellhop, ding, right, it rings and it kind of clears the energy, clears the air. So if incense ain't doing it for you, if charms aren't doing it, or certain emblems you have, or statues, or flowers, or crystal stuff isn't doing it, then maybe go for the vibrational frequency to clear your energy. That might be what you need to do. Sing. Why do you think little children hum and sing all the time? They have no idea that they're actually clearing their energy from any negative things that are trying to get into their energetic field. When you resonate a frequency and you're singing as well, you kind of activate that. It kind of helps with your barrier to protect yourself. Children do it all the time. That could be this 3 of coins that I'm getting at right here too. Maybe that's something you used to do. Maybe you sang in church, or maybe you sang with other people. 3 shields, 3 coins, 3 something, 3 specific. So, oh, 7 of swords in reverse. Okay, so you're not really playing it strategic. You got to be able to think ahead, make the decisions you need to make so that you can, we'll call them anybody that's got malintention for you, your enemies, whatever you want to get. You have to be one step ahead, not just of them, okay, but your shadow side as well. You have to be able to think a little bit outside the box. You have to be able to create scenarios for yourself, invent your own help, right? If shit's not going a certain way, be creative about it. Find a way. Make it make sense. And with the 7 of swords in the reverse, you may not be doing that at this time. 7's supposed to be a lucky number. Keep that in mind. You could be a little bit short for certain things. I don't know what that means. Short as in maybe you don't have everything you need. This could be information. What else we got? Family. We just pulled that out. That's okay. Hagalaz. Hail, destruction, chaos, anger, disruption, air, wrath of nature, trials, tests, change, lessons, which is H, and that'll be sacral and crown chakra. That's exactly what I just pulled out for this little rune here. I don't know if you could see it. Can you see that? And that's exactly what I just pulled out. Okay. You got this. Whatever it is that you need to do, you've got this. And you will get through this. No problem. These 3 fell out. Cancerian, Aries, and Leo. They could be some individuals that are affecting you right now. And the ones left over. Taurus, Gemini, and Virgo. Maybe people you haven't dealt with just yet. Or you haven't acknowledged. Experience. That would be this Empress card. It's funny that the Empress comes out and she should know better, right? She's been through a lot of shit to get here, and yet this comes out. Oh, he doesn't want to show. Okay, maybe you don't want to show, but you have to be able to acknowledge both sides of yourself, light and dark. Let's get past life oracle card. Lemonade's good. Pink lemonade. Empress. Pisces. A lot of towers been happening for some Pisces. Okay, past life oracle card. Any ancestors want to come out too? Biblical. Again, I was getting with the whole spirituality or religious aspect of it. Maybe you got to get back to the grind. There's also woodworking involved in here. He's creating something, but it's in the reverse. It's upside down. It's flipped right now. So once you're finished doing what you're doing, this could be going within your hermit mode, clearing up any of the chaos around you or whatever. Once you flip that bench over, it's going to be useful. Once you take that bench that you created, that woodwork, and you flip it over, because right now it's in the reverse. So you could not be seeing the full potential of whatever it is that you're doing, but it will be useful. You flip it over and you can use that. You can use it as a step stool. You can use it to sit on. You can use it to prop something up. You can use it for lots of different things. And I think your ancestors had a good grasp of this. This is something that's passed down to you. You could be really good at creating things. Maybe you're a magician in your own right as well. You could be really good at working as a team, because in the back here on the wall, I don't know if you can see that, that's the saw that 2 people, I think, if I'm not mistaken. That's the saw that two people push back and forth to I want to say sever ties, to create something. Sever ties. So if two people are working to cut through something, this could be the negative energy or just old roots, vows. Every time I get this card, I automatically see two women here. They're not the same woman, but it looks similar. And it's reminding me of yourself currently and then your inner self. Typically higher self, but this could be your inner child as well. This one's focused on what's going on in the 3D world, and this other one's just focused on the internal flame. And whatever information was passed down to you, because these are the past life oracle cards, you've experienced this in a past life before. This could have been something you struggled with. This not seeing your full potential or not seeing what it is that you're working really hard for is going to actually help you in the long run. Your prosperity, basically. That whole idea of being cloaked. So maybe when it came to your ancestors, they did the same thing too. They kind of hid what it was that they were given, and the information that was passed down to you, that you know, the things that you do that nobody taught you, especially for protection, your ancestors could have not have shown what they had, and so they're kind of like compelling you. This is a message to compel you to kind of get out of that devil-like energy, break free from the chains, break free of old cycles, and just do what it is that you need to do for yourself. Be that Empress. Be that Empress. Even if you're masculine and feminine energy, you could not want to be right now currently. You could feel as a masculine you should be more masculine, but you can't fight it. If you go against anything, especially when your own inner self is fighting with you, or you're going against inner shadow work or whatever you're doing for yourself, the more you fight it, the harder it's going to be. So you need to take a good look at it. Be like, okay, you're pulling on me right now. This energy's really getting to me right now. I'm really triggered to fuck right now. What is it that I need to focus on? What is it trying to show me? Ask yourself the hard questions. I'm there for you. I just read this. So your dad's there for you. Serenity, beginning. You can get through whatever it is that you're going through, even if it's tough right now. Trust your intuition and go with the flow. Come on. You got this. Pisces, you got this. You gotta be more strategic. Think about shit. I'm not saying stop feeling. You're really good at feeling. But since you're so good at feeling, you've mastered that, start to think about it logically now. Take what it is that you're feeling and make sense of it. Take what it is that you've experienced and the emotions that you carry and utilize it. Make it, it's like a turning point. What boundary have you not set for yourself when it pertains to other people or situations? What haven't you done for you? What could you have done in the past that now you have an opportunity to do? A boundary that you could set that's beneficial to you. Other people may be pissed off, but the only time other people get pissed off about you setting healthy boundaries down is when they can't use you, or they can't manipulate you, or they can't do something to you. And when people get mad for you setting boundaries that you've stated outright for good reason, with good intention, are for themselves. If people get mad about the boundaries that you set, that's a red flag. That's not necessarily a good thing. They should be able to respect your boundaries, have some understanding, have some of the wisdom themselves, but not everybody carries that, and allow you to have your healthy boundaries that you set. if they're getting mad about that, maybe it's what's also worrying you too. Got you in this devil-like energy. It's a temptation of wanting the approval of others. Ward off evil. Again, with the sound, the noise, something that can cleanse your energy. That clearly needs... See, even now, with me doing the reading, having that music in the background helps. It helps me kind of ground myself to keep me on a steady pace, vibrational frequency that's nice and cleansing. And it just, instead of having like a heavy metal in the background or a jazz or blues or something, I change it up every once in a while, whatever I'm comfortable with in that time, so I can channel whatever I need to channel and do this for my channel. Dance of life. What can we get for Pisces? A little bit too nosy. Shingle. A thin piece of wood, originally was wood. I thought it was clay or terracotta. A thin piece of wood used in covering roofs, loose gravel, and pebbles. Like, this is like old village style, getting back to ancestries too. If they made things out of, I mean, they made homes out of whatever they had, right? So use whatever you had. To cover with shingles, to hammer as to expel a slag from in a puddling iron. A hammer, that's giving me like judgment, calling judgment. So if people have done you wrong, you never stood up for yourself, you need to be able to speak your truth to call the judgment so you can help. Not just yourself, but other people too. Like when you speak your truth, you're helping others too. It's not just about you. We're doing this as a collective. We're supposed to be learning together. So when you speak and you finally say what it is that you've been holding back for all these years and you spit it out, when you spit the truth, when you spit it from in here, when you say the raw truth, even if it's a little bit hurtful to other people or triggering, nobody can deny it. Nobody can step up and say, oh, well, wait a minute. No. When you speak the real truth, you sit there and you accumulate all the words that you need to speak, and then you say them through your mouthful. Nobody can deny it. Doesn't matter how hard they try. It will affect them in a way that is beyond our comprehension. Words have that much power over people. But you have to make sure your intention is pure. And standing up for yourself is one thing, but not from amygdalin. That's in the brain. Not from like a victim mentality. Maybe there's an imbalance there chemically too. That could come down to any kind of chemicals or usage. Yeah, you need to be able to fully say what it is that you need. Anyways, I'm going to stop saying that. Be rational about it. Trust yourself. Be your own star. It's a blank one. It's in the palm of your hand. Something's there. So I'm looking at this and I see the shadow on the other side of it on the palm of my hand. But it's also being shone light on this side. So there's a duality. It's a mix between both. Inventory. Remember how I said lay everything out on the table? And then create with what you have something beautiful. An account of catalog of the goods and chattels of a deceased person. So somebody could have passed away. Maybe you got their inheritance, or they passed or give you something, or whatever a person has left you. Seeing the Eye of Horus, I'm not sure why. A catalog of a particular thing. Oh, this could be DNA too. This could be what your ancestors have left you to utilize too. A catalog of particular things. Maybe you need to make a list. Make a list of whatever it is that you need to do. And get out of the way. To make an inventory of, like a checklist, or make a list of what you're grateful for. What are you grateful for? Pisces, what are you truly grateful for? You made it this far. You're watching this video. You're supposed to click on it, apparently. Have the courage. Go with the flow. Stubborn. Not to be moved or persuaded. Obstinate. Intractable. Old ways of thinking. Get it out of your head. You're just being stubborn. And I can't even judge you for that, nor do I want to. But I will calls it as I sees it. It's a bit of a test. Oh, and by the way, Pisces has huge Neptune energy, right? A lot to do with water. If you want to look into the mythology of that, as you're reading the mythology of that, there may be some information pertaining to you or some insight or something to unlock. So as you're reading about Neptune, Poseidon, anything like that to do with mermaids, merfolk, all that mythology, whatever you want to call it, as you're reading through it and you're absorbing that information, there's certain things that are going to stand out to you that are going to be a message for you. That's what's coming through. An aquamarine could be your favorite color, or it's your stone, but you could use that for channeling, or you can use that to ground yourself. Play. Use that to play. That's a sad energy. It's almost like I see mother and father apart and then a son on the side. Automatically, that's what I'm seeing. But the son over here is stubborn as well. Skeptical. A little bit embarrassed. Well, I don't know why he'd be embarrassed. And then you've got the Two of Cups. Typically something two people share. This could be the person, if somebody passed away. With the Leo right over top of the both of them, but the Leo is in the reverse, right? But this boy over here, this younger energy over here is sheltered. Something's covering him. Not in a bad way, but protecting him too. This could pertain to his roots, and maybe this is like a genetics. Something's protecting him. Could be his bloodline, maybe whatever he carries. But he's got solar plexus energy too. And when it comes to his knees, these are connection, what is it? Physical, spiritual? When it comes to the knees, he's in the throat chakra. Spiritual and physical. So how he sees things, what he speaks, has a connection to spiritual and physical. So the things he's been through has a huge influence. Obviously, it's gonna. The things he's been through, both in the physical and the 5D. I want to keep saying 3D, so maybe he's really stuck in the matrix, the 3D. So he could be a little bit brainwashed or indoctrinated, whatever. He's not quite out there yet. Even if he's a little bit older, he's still in a younger mentality, solar plexus energy, Fool-like energy. But whatever this is, they came out side by side. This also could be you too, if you're in a younger like energy and there was a relationship that didn't work, whether it be your parents or yourself. What else can we get? I don't want to go too far. I think that's pretty good. Oh, Island Time Wellness cards. These ones are a bit longer. I'm not picking and choosing who gets the longer videos, who gets the shorter ones, by the way. No favoritism. Just go with the flow. What happens, happens here.